Today is August 20th at Glenwild for a biweekly maintenance. Starting up front, we have noticed the leaves continue to fall, so we cleaned them up once and that was that. I'm cleaning up the exposed soil around the area, tidying up small weeds and debris. Getting the dead out, any dead from the lilies, really makes a difference here. Tidying up the catmint all the way up. And then the planters are exquisite right now. If you can see from here, just so full. These are really phenomenal. And we deadheaded them as well. Just a beautiful mix this year. All of the soil got fluffed. And the grass picked from between. And all the dead plants in the center of this area got removed. Fluffed, and then fluffing this. Whoops. And deadheading all of these daisies and geranium. Some extreme pop of color up front. Really loving those. A little bit less color in these first two planters, but they still have volume in different forms. And then those two lovely planters. All of the soil was raked through and weeded and really cleaned up. And then I want to show the rest of this left side as well. It's making quite a difference. Oh, with some TLC for the gardens. Lots of black-eyed Susans are popping as well. But all of this got cleaned up and fluffed through. And we still could get these catmint cleaned up. It's kind of nice right here, but the second it starts looking more brown and gray, then it's time to get it going. Cleaning up the lilies. We still have yet to go through with a leaf blower, so pardon any small bits of debris on the side of the sidewalk. That'll get cleaned up momentarily, but this whole area can get chopped like lavender next time, just nicely shaping the catmint all around. But everything else got cleaned up around it. And then the center circle, super vibrant. We got the weeds out of nooks and crannies, and the black-eyed Susans are in full force. The cone flowers are popping. Some columbine on the inside still. And then this ground cover we cleaned up. It's just a nice part of the gardens. Didn't touch this side, but we maintained this left area. Really cleaned out the dead of the grasses that were right up front. And then the crab grasses, we got rid of those. There were a lot of crabgrass growing all over behind these other grasses, and it's just much cleaner now to get those out of the way. The catmint got cleaned up back there. It was looking extra scraggly. We love these so much, so cool. Planters got a once over for deadheading. Quite beautiful things that they are. These crazy lush. The jasmine is doing so good right there. And then those pink petunias all around with the coral and the blue. Just really nice. This whole layer of grasses, the terraced wall right here is doing great as well. I do want to point out a couple additions we made. A couple more little bitty lupin. So there's a couple lupin over here. They got nicely watered just to fill in the space. We needed something there. Definitely there were some dead lupin there. But otherwise, we're going to hold out on the hydrangeas and see how that goes. They don't look the best ever, but we'll wait and see on those guys. Everything else is doing pretty good. More planters over here doing pretty cool things. nicely watered. Oops. And before the end of the day, I'm gonna pop right in here after this video and pick up a couple things that we talked about in the morning. There's a hummingbird feeder and a branch. Those things we want to tend to. But we did dive into the back today pretty nicely. In the pool area. Sweep that up. And then getting these tansy, I believe they're called, all strung up and just supported. They were totally spread out, and now it's much cleaner. We also picked up debris throughout these areas and weeded, cleaned up the catmint all the way down. And then on the other side, in the U-shaped bed, cleaned up the debris and dead in the catmint, the irises, the catmint here, fluffing through, weeding. And then on this side, tidying up any tall weeds, deadheading. It's looking so much better. The Jupiter's beard got deadheaded. This looks really, really clean and tidy. But it can maybe use a little more water on that lupin. Finally got back here, tended to all those leaves that were gathering. So this is nice and clean now. This is nice and clean. Lots of deadheading in here. Clean soil. Super clean. And then the stone crop. It's nice. Very fresh. The planters look insane. I don't even know how the salvia did that, but it just kind of droops and grows. And then the pink. And then we trimmed the bottom of the trailing bits. They were starting to just kind of hang all over. I kind of think this looks a little better than how they were before. So we're happy about that. And then we even got back all around to the kind of by the bathroom area, the staff area. There were a lot of aspen shoots coming up. And then we also got down to the, oh nice, so yeah, over here, the Brunera, those dead stalks were trimmed. And all the individual plants tidied up. Nice. The aspens got picked out. Weeds got removed. Oh, so much better. Then over here, same deal. Oof, beautiful. But we also got over by the tee off area, that new bed that we planted this year by the light colored cement. That was new plantings that I'll take a quick video and stitch to this one as well so we can show it all off. So over here at the tee off, we have a bunch of new lupin, as well as new purple flowers and liatris, which will pop back up. It just gets tipped over sometimes. So those new pieces, and also removing debris, fluffing through the soil, and weeding extensively throughout this area. There are a lot of weeds that like to pop up. But everything got watered, so it has a chance of survival. And we're pretty stoked with how it's looking right now. It seems like things made a comeback